TikTok's queen. She's got the stage. A former friend now sparks my rage. She dances, she points, she spins her lies. My empire rumbles while she thrives. They're watching her, not me, not me. My truth unraveling on their feed, clouding consequence. What's it worth when I'm the villain for my own rebirth? Human John says they're all just blind. Jealous hearts with jealous minds. Your beauty's rare, your voice divine. They're afraid of what my own never find. But I know the truth, I see the cracks, the victims' names on knives in my tracks. They're watching her, not me, not me. My truth unraveling on their feed, clouding consequence. What's it worth when I'm the villain for my own rebirth? They're watching her, not me, not me. My truth unraveling on their feed, clouding consequence. What's it worth when I'm the villain for my own rebirth? Lauren's voice once ruled the room. True crime tales, a heavy plume. But TikTok's queen, she's got the stage. A former friend now sparks my rage. She dances, she points, she spins her lies. My empire rumbles while she thrives. They're watching her, not me, not me. My truth unraveling on their feed, clouding consequence.
Okay,
What's it worth when
what in the hell is happening? Hold on, guys. My
jealous hearts with jealous minds. Your beauty.
Oh my gosh. A StreamYard got. It wasn't me. It was not me. It's not me. It's StreamYard. StreamYard just crashed on me right when after the song ended. StreamYard completely crashed. Welcome to Left Undone, Incomplete Investigations. Let's hope it uncrashes itself here. It's messed up. All right, welcome to Left Undone. You guys, everything okay? You can hear me. It uncrashed itself. It's like, do you want to leave the page? I was like, no, don't leave the page. But yeah, it was really weird. The whole thing crashed. How did you like the song? I told AI to write the song. It might be glitchy for a minute until it catches up here. I might have to close a couple things. Let me close some of the stuff I was going to show you. We can always just open it back up. Quit this because it's being very uncooperative. The music is still playing. Goodness gracious. Okay, hold on. This thing likes to make me look like a freaking fool. Okay, there shouldn't be music now. Hold on, let me... Okay, there shouldn't be music now. Are we good now? I think we're good, because I'm looking, I just put it on my phone. Okay, we should be good. Okay. All right, hold on. Just give it a minute. It's coming, I promise. Let me turn, everything's off. Let me know when it catches up and then we can get going here. It's like, seriously. Okay, perfect. I don't know. I do this stuff all day long. I get everything all set up. And then as soon as I go live, technology decides to make me look like I am my age. And I'm actually pretty good for my age at technology. So it's pretty annoying. All right. So welcome to Left Undone. Let's try that again. Welcome to Left Undone, Incomplete Investigations. I'm Kathy. Did you like my song? I told AI to write me a song about a TikToker that was accused of stalking Lauren Matthis, and so it did. And her husband's Dr. John, that's a psychologist, and it did. It did all that for us. Where is Michael? Good question. It's all good now. I'm not glitching out at all. There's no delay or anything weird going on. Shush. I am good at technology. Look at, I do all my thumbnails. I do my editing. I do a lot. Might take me a little longer than a 25-year-old, but I do it. I do it. So the song was written by AI. I was like, how do we do this? And PLM had found one the other day that she made that I should play too. And she sent it to me. And then I made this one, and I made a Dr. John singing version and a Lauren singing version. We can play the other one at the end. But you know, this is all at this point just crazy. Yeah, it said TikTok queen. It said the TikTok queen. So Christina's the TikTok queen. No, I did not, but people say that she's sending them, so that'll be fun. I'll share it with you if I do. Obviously, you can talk about people. She's very strange about that. I have not tried to communicate with her, so isn't a cease and desist have to do with you trying to communicate with somebody? The price is directly or indirectly. And it's not really a legal document. It's just like a warning anyway. But no, I didn't get one. Who in the true crime community or in the YouTube community got a cease and desist? Does anybody know? I didn't see the one that I saw was going on. I'm looking up something. I don't think she could find me, to be honest. You heard on Queen Bee? Okay. In California, a cease and desist letter from Nevada may hold some weight, but it's not legally binding. The legal weight of such a letter can vary depending on the jurisdiction and the specific circumstances of the case in Nevada. A cease and desist letter can be used as evidence in court if the recipient ignores it, but it does not have the same legal authority as a court order. It is important to note that the legal implications of a cease and desist letter can differ between states. In California, for example, a cease and desist letter may not carry the same legal weight as in Nevada, and the recipient may not be obligated to comply with it. However, it can still serve as a warning and may be used as evidence in court if the recipient does not follow the request. In summary, while a cease and desist letter from Nevada may have some legal weight in California, it is not a substitute for legal action and should be treated with caution. It is advisable to consult with a legal professional to understand specific implications and explore all available options for resolving the issue. But I'll tell you one thing, if she does, we go to court, I am inviting law and crime. They can come. Come on in, law and crime. Watch the circus of the nothing burger. I don't like when other YouTubers talk about me. It's so mean and not nice. I don't know. Cease what, right? Cease talking about her. She's getting boring anyway. We don't really care at this point. She's lost lots and lots and lots of subscribers. Her mask has fallen off. Dr. John, with his little temper tantrum about Lori Hellis, was extremely ridiculous. They have shown their true colors. They're not as professional and as amazing as they want you to think they are. And Dr. John is older than me. Wrong crime. I got to get that clip. I know, like, Jay, Every Day with Jay, or Jay, what's her name? She plays it all the time in her little clips. You unsubscribed. Yeah, I mean, people go there for good interviews, legitimate true crime. She goes to court cases. She just needs to stick with that and rebuild her community. Right now, my personal advice would be take your son, take your husband, get on a plane, and go to Hawaii. There's nonstop flights. I believe Hawaiian Airlines flies nonstop out of Las Vegas, and you can sit in 4 hours. You can be on one of the many beautiful Hawaiian islands. The weather's perfect. Put your feet in the water. Let your kid play in the sand. Stop being away from him for months and months and months at a time, and only being there for what she said, a week and a half and 6 months. This kid's going to grow up way too fast and have very horrible memories of a mother that was absent. And with all this going on, she's making more videos in a weird background, which I assume is Grayson's apartment. So very strange. How old are they? Well, from what I heard, Dr. John was born in 1962. This is what I heard. And I guess Lauren's in like her mid-40s. So you got stung by a man-o-war jellyfish last summer in Maui. Those things worry me. I've seen them before. Like, if you see little bubbles on the surface, don't. The man-o-wars. But they usually tell you when there's a bunch of them in. But yeah, they can get you. How bad was the sting? Scares me. I hate being stung by anything, much less something in the ocean. According to Megan Connor, short, we are all trying to fill a hole because her dumb cousin's trial of impeding justice. In my opinion, that's a loaded accusation and hurtful to the victims' families. Oh, we're filling a hole because we've spent 5 years following the Daybell case and now it's over. I get it. So our new project is to pick on Lauren Matthis. Megan Connor, I really thought she had some potential, but I've tapped out of her too at this point. He's 1 year younger than me. Yeah. Poor guy. Man, he's probably got freaking aches and pains like I do, and he has to chase around an 8-year-old while Lauren's on the move with her little friend Grayson. Think about it, Kathy. Lauren put work over her dying brother, work over her dying mother. Why would we think she would leave work to be with her child? Hey, excellent. Very good point. So true. I have these moments where I'm really sad that my kids are grown. I feel like if I could hit rewind for a couple days, there's so many things I would do differently with them. And I spent time with them. I was a stay-at-home mom for 12 years. I was a PTA person of the year one time. I ran the packet committee when we didn't have computers to send out stuff. I volunteered in all their classrooms. And I still have moments where I wish I could go back and spend more time with them. So when you get from there to here, you have a really big realization that, oh shit, life went by so fast and now they have their own lives and they're busy with their own lives and I am not the priority. So yeah, it's a rude awakening. And I know I was a great mom and I know I did everything I could possibly do, but there's still times when I think, oh, maybe I shouldn't have went to work in 12-hour shifts as a nurse once they were a little older. You just really realize, we trick-or-treated every year, everything. So I do not understand Megan, but she needs to stop. It's just sending more hate Christina's way, for sure. I was noon. I was a school nurse when he was in elementary school. That's awesome. So you were at the same place he was at. Yep. It goes by too fast and you're going to regret that you put all this into this true crime community YouTube channel and didn't have better balance. It's really all about balance. So 2 cases I wanted to talk about. Let me know if you want to hear at the end. We can play the other version of the song. I was trying to figure out how to put like an AI dancing couple. And I had AI, but it was only like a 12-second clip. Make a woman and a man, a fat man and a woman with blonde hair dancing like they're in a Broadway musical in a courtroom. And I was trying to put that to that music. And then I'm not that talented. I'm sure there's a way. But yep. Family should come first for sure. So I did a members live last night. I know a lot of people were on the replay crew. Make it loop. Yeah, for sure. I should make it loop when I do my intro, my new intro for now. We did members live last night. I know a lot of people couldn't be there because the replay crew will be watching because of Halloween, but I appreciate all the members that showed up for our members only live. I'm going to try to continue the Friday members only lives and the Saturday lives. I do have to tell you next Saturday, I will not be having a live. It's my ex-husband's funeral. So I have to go be with my kids while we do that next weekend. My one son's flying in from Oregon and he'll be there from Friday to Sunday. And then I'll be back home on Sunday, but I have somebody coming to watch my mom, which is a whole nother story, you guys. Oh my goodness. You saw her, whoever was in my members live last night, she came in here very pleasant, very nice. At 11 p.m., she was cuckoo. She was in her room yelling. Then she went out the back door. There's a back door for her room. She was super unsteady. And she was saying, call the police, call the police. They're in here. I'm like, oh my gosh, somebody's going to call police one of these days. And so anyway, I had to get her back in her room. She was freaking out. I was super stressed out. Like, I'm just like, I can't do this anymore. I'm texting my siblings. They're like, we have to put her someplace. What do you want me to do? I'm like, I don't know what I want you to do. Like, it's just so freaking stressful to take care of her. And she's getting worse by the moment. And then this morning, she's all like, hi, good morning. Yeah, I don't want dementia. I'm sorry. I being a hospice nurse, I want to pick what I can get. Yeah, dementia. Getting pretty advanced, Kate. I want to pick what I can get if God will let me, because dementia, please do not give me dementia. I don't want it. My friend was like, well, you won't know the difference, but my poor kids will. They're the ones that are going to have to deal with me. And now that I'm dealing with it as an adult child that has to put her whole life on hold, I can't date. I can't go anywhere. I can't do anything. You guys are my life. I can't even go to work right now. So, I'm on a paid family leave right now through the state. So yeah, it's tough, really tough. Like, I was cussing out God last night. I'm like, you are not helping me at all. I told you my left knee has severe arthritis, degenerative joint disease, so I'm probably going to need a knee. My back, they said, has severe arthritis. And now I have to go redo my mammogram because there was something there. And now I have my colonoscopy scheduled. And I'm like, okay, what kind of surprises are they going to find there? Because everything else is falling apart. But I did go to the eye doctor yesterday, and I was telling them about the flashes I'm seeing. And she said she didn't see anything in my eyes. She said it's normal with aging, what I'm seeing. I'm like, okay, thank you. My aunt was just recently diagnosed with dementia. It's heartbreaking. She's in Houston, and I'm here in California. She says it's in the early stages. I don't have a clue about that illness. Oh, it's awful. I picked up on my mom's about 8 years ago, and nobody else picked up on it. But she was living in an assisted living after she had this big fall, and she started accusing one of the people that lived in the assisted living of knocking on her door all night long. And I believed her. I even went and put up a doorbell camera on her door. Nobody was there. And then she didn't believe it. Anyway, by the time COVID hit, she was hating life over there because she couldn't see anybody. So that's when I bought my house here in 2020 and then moved her in here. And she was like in this really mean stage for a long time after she moved in. And I'm like, this is just so not normal. Oh, thank you. Just Ask Justine. You are so sweet. Appreciate that so much. Thank you very much for the super chat. Hey, I made this a long time ago when I get a super chat, and I always forget to do it. I made this years ago. This is it. Watch. Here we go. What do you think about that? Thank you for the super chat. Okay. Oh, is that volume? Was there music with that? There's no music with that? There should be. Thank you so much, Justine. Very kind of you. So, yeah. And so then it just got progressive. And about a year ago, my friend was staying here. She was doing travel nurse, and she's gotten worse and worse. So over the last year, she's gotten really bad. So the next stages will be she will stop being able to make sense when she's talking. She will be completely incontinent. Eventually, she won't be able to walk. She'll be bedbound. She won't be able to feed herself anymore. So she'll be wearing a diaper. It's just going to be that. That's if you survive to the end of, the stages. Yeah, that's what happens. She already doesn't know people. She knows me. But the other day she was calling me Anne, and that's her sister's name, who is dead 10 years ago, 8 years ago. And she's like, Anne. And I'm like, not my name. Angie? Not my name. Angeline? I'm like, well, those are your sister's names, but not my name. My name is Kathy. She goes, I know that, but but you're Anne. Like, she was like, she knew I was me, and she was getting annoyed with me telling her I was me, but then she was telling me that she wasn't, that I was Anne. It's cuckoo conversations, and it's hard to just go along with it because I don't know what we're talking about half the time. All right, so back to true crime while we're here. I want to talk about this little girl. She's up in like the Santa Barbara area of California, and this story is getting wild. Her mom took her to Nebraska, and oh gosh, Jackie, 68. Oh my gosh, that would only give me a few more good years. I don't know. Please do not let me I don't know. I will take anything over dementia. Anything. Actually, I think my ex-husband got the best there could be, if you really think about it. I mean, he was only 66, but he was really bad about controlling his blood pressure. He had been diagnosed years and years ago, literally probably 30 years ago, and he just fell over and died on September 21st. And the diagnosis was cardiovascular hypertension. So take your blood pressure medicine if you have high blood pressure. I can guarantee you he moved out of the area a couple years ago. He probably didn't reestablish care with the doctor up there. He looks very fit. If you looked at him, you would never guess, but high blood pressure is a silent killer. You would never know. I cared for my father-in-law who had dementia till he passed in early 2023. It's incredibly difficult for everyone involved. Praying hard for you. Yes. And I don't want anybody changing my freaking diapers. Sorry. I just can't. I don't want to be that person. Don't make me. It's really sad. It's sad to watch the decline. It's just because they're not there anymore. People are like, oh, you're lucky you still have her. I do not have her. I do not have her. She is not here anymore. She is some mean, sometimes mean, little old lady, confused. It's like having and she's very rebellious, and she's very, I gave her a toast in her coffee yesterday morning, and she was mad. And so she took it and she put it out on the floor in front of her door. Like it's a hotel, So, yeah. She was nice yesterday until we were done. And then, well, that's why people say if you put her in a facility, maybe she'll be nicer. Oh, sometimes violent. Yes. She's tried to hit me. She has thrown things at me before. I thought we were past that behavior stuff, but last night she had it. So my mom had dementia when she passed in 2022. She still remembered who we were. Thank goodness. That's good. That's good that she passed before she got to not know you. My mom still knows me, but she didn't know my daughter, but she knew, like my daughter and my son-in-law came here and she didn't know my daughter. Like, oh, is that, I thought that was who I think that is. She was like so happy. She knew they were special to her. She knew she loved them. She kept telling them, I love you. I love you. She asked my daughter, is your mom and dad still alive? And my daughter's like, well, my mom lives with you, or you live with my mom. And my dad just passed away. So how tiny can she be? Who? Stacy? My mom? How tiny can she be? She's smaller than me. You wouldn't believe, like, she keeps trying to wear these XX large pants, and she's like probably a medium at the most. And she keeps putting pins in them, safety pins, like 12 safety pins to pin her pants. And I'm like, don't wear those. Wear the ones that I got you that fit. And she's no, I want to wear these. She's pinning them. She's going to poke herself. My mom did bite my sister once when my sister was giving her meds one night. Yeah, she's went like that, like she's gonna bite me. She did do that before. Crazy. In real life, though, man, real life. That's what we got going on over here. Real life. So, okay. So Melodee Buzzard, everything you need to know. I got an article here. So she was reported missing after she failed to pick up school assignments on October 14th. She was last seen wearing a wig at a car rental business 1 week before. They have that on video from the car rental place. Melanie and her mom, Aslee, allegedly went on a 3-day road trip, but Aslee returned home without Melodee on October 10th. Now, that might be kind of fun, right? Watching everybody go by. Oh, sorry, I didn't mute. My bad. Okay, so she's from Lompoc, California, which is up by Santa Barbara, so middle, lower part of California. And she hadn't been seen by school officials for a prolonged period, so they reported her missing on October 14th. That's according to Santa Barbara County Sheriff's Office. And then when the officers checked in at her home, they found her mother, Aslee, but Melodee was nowhere to be seen. And Aslee had allegedly also not provided a clear explanation of Melodee's whereabouts. So weird. Kind of like gives you a little Lori Vallow vibe there. Don't tell me where your kid is, but everybody else is worried about your kid. So detectives began investigating the case and determined that there was a 3-day critical timeline where Melodee likely disappeared. The sheriff's office shows that she went missing sometime between October 7th and October 10th when she and Aslee were on the road trip from California to Nebraska. 2 weeks after she went missing, the sheriff's office released surveillance camera photos showing Melodee, and I'll show you these pictures, wearing a wig while at a car rental business on October 7th. From there, the mother-daughter duo allegedly traveled across several states before Aslee returned to Lompoc without Melodee. Detectives are now focused on determining where Melodee was during these 3 days and where she may be now. The sheriff's office said that. Okay. Investigators have determined that Melodee is at risk because of her age and because of her prolonged absence from school. The sheriff's office said that Melodee was previously homeschooled and had not checked in since October of 2024, although her timeline later confirmed she was seen at the Lompoc School District in August of 2025. Let me show you a picture. This is the last picture they saw her, and it's weird because she's wearing a wig, and she is at this car rental place with her mother. Your brother lives near Lompoc? So she was last seen on surveillance video at a car rental agency near Lompoc, California, a city about 50 miles north of Santa Barbara, on October 7th, according to Santa Barbara County Sheriff's Office. In the photos, which have since been released to public, Melodee was wearing a gray hooded sweater, which as you can see, with the hood pulled up, and black leggings with a colored pattern. The 9-year-old also appeared to be wearing a wig that had darker and straighter hair combined to her natural color. Investigation also noted the wig may have been used after her appearance on October 24th. Statement read, detectives also note that Melodee's mother, 35-year-old Aslee Buzzard, is known to wear wigs. Yeah, right? Why is she disguised? The mother has custody and the father is dead. But the father has another older daughter that's 30 that's very concerned about Melodee. Melodee and Aslee, after Melodee was last seen on surveillance footage from the Lompoc rental business, the vehicle Aslee rented was driven to Nebraska over 3 days. Why Nebraska? Do you think she sold her? Because Aslee has a lot of financial problems. We'll get to that. So after Melodee was last seen on surveillance footage from the Lompoc rental business, the vehicle Aslee rented was driven to Nebraska over 3 days. The car is a white Chevy Malibu with a license plate 9MNG101. I sure hope they're not letting people rent that out, because people are going to be like, there it is. So this right here. So this is a 2023 photo of her. This photo, it's the one on my thumbnail. They sell 9-year-olds. She's 9. You know what I mean? Trafficking, maybe? She did come back alone. This is a 2-year-old picture of her. In August, she was seen at Lompoc Unified School District. There's a verified sighting. And then October 7th in the car rental place, the sighting. And then October 14th, there's the welfare request by the school. And then detectives served a search warrant on October 15th. And then on October 18th, FBI joined the investigation. And now currently, Melodee remains as an at-risk missing person. Aslee remains uncooperative. I mean, I don't know how you do that, but the mom, I found another article that says she's like super in financial like collections and debt, and she filed bankruptcy a while back, but then she got in debt again. Investigators confirmed Aslee returned to her home in Lompoc without Melodee on October 10th. She was driving the same rental vehicle when she departed with on October 7th, but Melodee was not in the car. The sheriff's office said in a statement, 1 week after Melodee was last seen, one of the Lompoc Unified School District administrators reported her extended absence, according to the sheriff's office. Melodee had reported to fail to pick up school assignments from an independent learning program. Later that day, deputies went to Melodee and Ashlee's home in Lompoc. Melodee was not in the home, and no verifiable explanation for her whereabouts was provided. That's what the sheriff's office said. Ashlee's been uncooperative as the investigation into Melodee's Melodee's disappearance, heightened authorities have claimed that Aslee has not been cooperating with the police. At this stage, Aslee remains uncooperative and has not provided any information about Melodee's current location or welfare. While Aslee has not spoken out about her daughter's disappearance, her extended family has expressed concern over the well-being of both Aslee and Melodee. Aslee is mentally unstable, and my mom tried to get custody or at least grandparent rights to visit Melodee because Aslee wasn't letting our side of the family see her. Vicky Shade said, that's Melodee's aunt, claimed to the Los Angeles Times. I'm going to put it on mute and take a sip of water. Three weeks after Melodee was last seen on surveillance video, she's still missing, considered at risk due to her age and length of her absence. Per the sheriff's office, they have described Melodee as being around 4'6" tall, 60 pounds with brown hair and brown eyes. Our detectives are following every lead in the case. We continue to seek information from the public that could help find Melodee, Sheriff Bill Brown said in a statement. We remain determined to bring her home safely. Well, not to her mother, I hope. As the investigation has unfolded, authorities determined that Melodee was last seen in public on August 25th. It's kind of repetitive here. Reportedly homeschooled. We got all that. That's repetition. A few of her family members have now come forward to plead for her safe return while also speaking about their complicated family dynamics. Family members held a vigil in Lompoc and spoke about Melodee on October 24th. This is so sad, Bridget Truheight, one of Melodee's aunts, said at the time. I go to bed at night and wake up every 40 minutes. Melodee is such a sweet girl. I hope she's okay. In addition, her grandmother, Lily Deans, pleaded with her granddaughter to return if she could. If she's listening, we love you. We're here for you, and we just want you to be happy, Deans told KSBY. Call me. There are numbers on the TV that you can call, and I will come pick you up. Lisbeth Meza, who is another one of Melodee's aunts, told News Nation that she had not seen her niece in 4 years. She was just a little 4-year-old girl when we knew her, but that nose definitely reminds me of her dad. So yeah, it does look like her in the surveillance footage. Sheriff's detectives and the FBI encouraging anyone with information to call. And there's some pictures of her right there. There was another article, let me see if I can find it, that talks about how in debt her mom is. Because, see, that stuff makes me, raise my eyebrows. Like, you needed money. What did you do? Kind of thing, maybe. Hold on, let me get that other article. Okay. Let's see. Is this a video that'll play? Will it show us anything? Hold on a second. Let's see if this video. Let's see if this is a video or a commercial. Hold on one second before I share it because it's annoying if it's just a commercial. I think it's just a commercial. Okay. Let me share my screen because you guys can see this. So this is weird. Google wound up having a random picture of her. On Wednesday, a heavily made up buzzard was spotted leaving the mom, Aslee, 3-bedroom Lompoc home that she shares with Melodee and making a fruitless foray nearby Santa Barbara, where she tried to rent a car but was refused twice. So Ashlee's trying to rent cars again, and they've told her no. So exclusive Daily Mail photos show how the mom of the 9-year-old was picked up by a friend in a black Lincoln sedan early on Wednesday morning and driven first to a branch of Budget and then an Airport Avis location. Buzzard, who was being pursued by the courts over a string of unpaid credit card debts, was denied a rental at both and eventually returned home. A car containing social workers screeched up to the house moments after she arrived, according to the neighbors, but Buzzard once again refused to answer the door. So this is an eerie Google Maps image emerged in the wake of the investigation for a missing 9-year-old. Showing the girl staring out into the street on her doorstep May 23rd. You know when that Google guy goes by to do the street map, street view maps? That's probably what that's from. Isn't that wild? Sorry, I'm not doing a panel today, but we should do that sometime for sure. This is Aslee. The mom. A few weeks after 9-year-old Melodee Buzzard was last seen, her uncooperative mother, Aslee, was spotted for the first time since she holed up in her modest 3-bedroom home in Lompoc. They keep saying it's modest because I think people would think they have money if they didn't say modest or something, because it's California and it's kind of an affluent-ish area up there. Emerging to try to rent a car in Santa Maria, almost 20 miles away. So she was trying to rent a car up in Santa Maria, and then walking down the driveway past her daughter's missing sign, Aslee got into her friend's black Lincoln sedan early on Wednesday morning and was driven to Budget and then Airport Avis location. Who is this friend? Is this friend going to talk to the police? But where is Melodee? Melodee was reported missing by the Lompoc School District. We know that. So Buzzard has repeatedly refused to answer questions about Melodee's whereabouts and has spent most of the past week holed up in her cream-painted cottage, ignoring visits from the Child Protective Services and her daughter's extended family. Adding to her troubles, a neighbor told the Daily Mail that Buzzard was handed a notice on Monday. They gave her 72 hours to produce Melodee. Sounds like Lori Vallow, right? Or reveal her whereabouts or face arrest. And in a sign that the clock is ticking down, Buzzard was shadowed by a fleet of 6 unmarked cop cars on her fruitless trip. So they're following her. I know. Who is the friend? Where's the friend? But the cops are watching her. One of which subsequently parked up on her quiet residential street while another was stationed nearby. So the cop cars are tailing her. The Santa Barbara County Sheriff's Department has been contacted for comment and further details. Police efforts to find the girl who was reported missing by Lompoc School District last week after she failed to pick up we know that, have ramped up in the past few days, with the FBI announcing they have joined the search. The same day, cops announced there had been a sighting of Melodee on October 7th, so we knew that. She returned home alone, we knew that. She remains uncooperative, we know that. The primary goal of this investigation is verified location and welfare of Melodee Buzzard, ensure she is safe. Buzzard, who has given Melodee a solitary lifestyle that includes being homeschooled and almost no involvement with her extended family, according to Melodee's aunt. So yeah, she's trying to rent a car at Budget. With a face packed with blush and her curly auburn hair tied back in a ponytail, the heavily scrutinized mother was determined to accomplish her task today, as she was allegedly handed a notice on Monday that gave her 72 hours to produce Melodee or reveal her whereabouts or face arrest. Was she trying to leave, or was she trying to go get her where she put her? Isn't that crazy? People sell their kids? Ugh. It's so insane. How old is the mom? I think she's not that old. Watch, this is when she's walking out of the Budget office because they turned her down. And then this is another picture. Where's Melodee? This is right in front of her house. Child Protective Services, that's this lady, came from Santa Barbara, were seen attempting to communicate with Aslee at her home after she returned home, but she refused to answer the door. I haven't talked to either Melodee or Aslee in 4.5 years, the aunt told Daily Mail. Aslee isolated herself and Melodee from the entire family, and we were told years ago that she was adopted out. Okay, so the family had been told years ago that that Aslee put her up for adoption. Hi, Robbie. How are you? I know. Why hasn't she been arrested? This is so weird to me that they take so long to arrest people. I just feel like you should just lock her up until she tells you where the kid is. Like you can't just not have your kid. You're responsible for them. And then listen to this. Elizabeth also revealed that Buzzard had previously lost custody of Melodee due to mental health woes, adding that she had a conversation with the mom of one, which she admitted psychological problems run in the family. So she lost custody for a little bit from her already, and they gave her back. I mean, the little girl's only 9 years old, so both Elizabeth and Melodee's half-sister, Karina Meza, 30, have made repeated attempts to contact Buzzard since the child vanished, with Meza seen fruitlessly banging on the door Monday night. We don't know any more other than she might be in Nebraska, Meza told Daily Mail after being asked if she had any further updates on the search. She added that Buzzard is still refusing to talk to her or family, adding, I've tried to give Aslee my number twice, but she never got in touch. And according to Elizabeth, Monday's visit was Karina's second attempt to make contact and gave an account of a brief conversation they had last week. Elizabeth said Karina had asked Aslee if she needed anything, if she could get Melodee anything, and if Melodee was okay. And then Aslee said, why now? Why are you coming here now? How many hours are we into it at this point? I lost track here. This is... This is Melodee's half-sister, Karina, banging on Ashlee's door along with a group of women demanding to know whereabouts of her sister. They told Daily Mail one of the many attempts to get Aslee. And there's Aslee again. She's looking pretty rough. When Karina, who shares a dad with Melodee, explained that she hadn't known where to look or where the child was, Buzzard snapped. There's a reason for that. Okay, that sounds like Lori Vallow, right? There's a reason for that. Elizabeth said Aslee just kept repeating, I hope your kids and you are well, to Karina. She never said anything about Melodee. Buzzard, who is unemployed and lives on Social Security payments, has also struggled with money problems for years and is currently being pursued in court over unpaid debts. See? The most recent case, which was filed in May by Capital One, said Buzzard had an outstanding debt of $3,745.21 on a credit card she took out in January 2018 and stopped paying off in September of 23. According to the company, Buzzard has steadfastly refused to pony up the balance despite repeated requests for payment. She's got collections after her. The card was issued less than 9 months after the 40-year-old. She's 40. There you go. The card was issued less than 9 months after the 40-year-old filed for bankruptcy in April of 2017. A Chapter 11 bankruptcy filing obtained by the Daily Mail shows Buzzard admitted owing creditors $23,488 and had just $25 in her Chase bank account. She also said income totaled just her income is $1,130 a month. So she probably gets the Social Security for Melodee from her dad that died, because at 40 she can't be collecting Social Security. So that's probably for Melodee, which is weird. That's another Lori Vallow stunt, right? If you don't have your kid, you don't get the money. Despite that, in December 2019, Buzzard was allowed to take out a second credit card, this time via First Bank and Trust. And according to debt collection company Crown Asset Management, which is pursuing the mom for outstanding balance, she owes $2,659.71 and stopped making payments on the card in February 23. She's still making rent on her modest 3-bedroom home that she shares with Melodee, which is surrounded by placards left by neighbors demanding to know the whereabouts of her daughter. So, and then there was video of the FBI that wouldn't talk to people. Let me find that. The FBI kind of stormed the house and took Aslee yesterday. And then they let her come back home, from what I understand. Yeah, they did. Let's see, FBI. Let me find it. Let's see. I want to get to the part where they were storming the house, but I'll share this with you because I want to watch the whole thing. Do you guys have audio? No.
Partners at the FBI that have some really, great equipment, training, experience,
I don't
people,
have audio.
all of those things.
Do you have audio? Can you hear anything on that? Let me know if you heard anything when that was up. My earbuds are on. Might have to go to a different one.
We're coming at this investigation.
Where's the audio? All right, StreamYard, what's the matter with you? Do you guys have audio? You can hear? Okay, I can't hear. Why can't I hear? Well, that's messed up. I want to hear. Okay, you can listen while I try to figure out why I can't hear.
With from every angle and with everything that we have access to.
We have not been able to locate the child as of yet.
So is an arrest in the future for mom Aslee Buzzard. Detectives searching her home as her daughter Melodee remains missing. Plus, I thought I had died. Teacher Aslee Werner's emotional testimony reliving the day that she got shot by a 6-year-old student. And time seems to be ticking for Wendy Adelson. Is anything going to happen? Well, Mama Donna's behind bars. But is this complete justice for Dan Kelly? Two of his former students who are now lawyers join us live on the show. Also this hour, a judge left stunned in the had reportedly choked a what it is here? Author of the book Once a Cop, Corey.
Rich and Randy said there's definitely some suspicion there, and she doesn't want to talk, which is fine. But I can bet you $1 to a donut, just like I said earlier. The longer you keep her out here on her own and she's comfortable, something will happen. And remember, they got the FBI, some of the best investigators in the world, that's on this case. As long as they keep turning over cups, they eventually going to get one piece of evidence where they could get her in that room and just grill her, and all her statements are going to be misleading.
Right.
The arrest seems to be based on a desire to take her off the street. You lose that. So, and I also agree that you leave them out there and they turn to trip over themselves. So focus on those, anybody that she has had contact with or seems to have had an intimate relationship with throughout the last 6 months, year, 2 years, whatever it is. Open up a grand jury, bring them in, have a police officer notably on her, following her everywhere she goes.
So it sounds like they're waiting for her to trip herself up, huh? That's kind of what it sounds like. I am going to find the other one that I wanted to show you. Let me see. Let me go on YouTube. Just creepy, weird. How do you take your kid to Nebraska in a rental car, not talk to anybody, and then I'm just very surprised that you can just lose your kid and not talk. Wouldn't you be worried? Wouldn't you be scared? Like, so obvious that you just took your kid somewhere and didn't come back with them and nobody's supposed to notice this? Okay.
Additional search warrants have been...
Here's the one I wanted, or one of the ones I wanted. Let me share.
served in the search for missing 9-year-old Santa Barbara County girl.
Yeah, yesterday, sheriff's detectives and FBI agents revisited the home of Melodee Buzzard and her mother, Aslee. And they also searched a storage locker and the rental car that Melodee was last seen in. Investigators say she went on a road trip with her mother to Nebraska and Kansas earlier this month. Then when her mother returned, Melodee was not with her.
Welcome back, everyone. Police in Santa Barbara County are searching for a 9-year-old missing from a town just north of Santa Barbara. New search warrants served at Vanderburg Village home of missing Melodee Buzzard. Melodee was last seen in surveillance images October 7th before her mother, Aslee, took her on a long road trip, possibly as far as Nebraska, and then returned her to Lompoc Valley without her on October 10th. Investigators are following every lead and working with multiple agencies.
These searches they're slow. They take a while, and we knew that we were going to be inside this residence for a good portion of the day. So in anticipation of that, we did have Aslee move to a separate location for the day.
A video was posted on social media that shows Aslee speaking with an investigator, and neighbors say she left with the person whom she was speaking.
Breaking news from your news channel.
Good evening, everybody. I'm CJ Ward.
And I'm Beth Farnsworth. We begin at 5 with activity at the Vandenberg Village home of missing 9-year-old Melodee Buzzard. It is causing quite a stir on social media.
And News Channel reporter Jared Zinn joins us live from the 500 block of Mars Avenue. And Jared, we just received confirmation from the sheriff's office that investigators are searching the home, and it appears they are still there.
Good evening, Beth and CJ. That's right. We are here outside the Buzzard home in Vandenberg Village, where, as you can see, deputies along with FBI have the street taped off and are bringing some additional equipment in to search the house. Sheriff detectives and the FBI are serving follow-up search warrants at the Buzzard home in the 500 block of Mars Avenue, as well as a storage locker and the rental car Melodee was last seen in. The case remains an active missing persons case, and the Santa Barbara County Sheriff's Office says no arrests have been made in the case. They are following every lead and working with multiple agencies. A video was posted on social media this morning that shows Aslee speaking to an investigator, and neighbors say she left with the person she was speaking to. Santa Barbara County Sheriff's Public Information Officer tells us that this investigation will take considerable time.
These searches they're slow. They take a while, and we knew that we were going to be inside this residence for a good portion of the day. So in anticipation of that, we did.
We are here equipment in to search the house. Sheriff detectives and the FBI are serving follow-up search warrants at the Buzzard home in the 500 block of Mars Avenue, as well as a storage locker and the rental. Santa Barbara County Sheriff's Public Information Officer tells us that this investigation will take considerable time.
So, hold on. So I found a Facebook group, Missing Melodee Buzzard Discussion and Updates. It was only started 2 days ago. But somebody's asking about if the mom has a boyfriend. So someone says, I've been invested in this case with limited information. Does anyone know anything about the mother? As far as who she hung out with? Is mom battling a substance abuse? I also want to know if her mom had a boyfriend or a man in her life that controlled her. I feel like the FBI is definitely already working on that, but I do think the answer starts with mom, who won't talk because she's just as guilty to whatever happened or is happening. Somebody said, I wonder about the boyfriend too. If no one has had contact with her, how does anyone know if she's had one? Someone else said mom is schizophrenic, and they're like, how do you know? So I don't know. This is just talk online. So here's what the grandmother, Lori, Ashley's mother, of Melodee Buzzard, has recently shared. The grandmother, Lori Miranda, said she hadn't seen her granddaughter in more than 2 years. Ashley cut off contact with the family. She described Melodee's mother, Aslee Buzzard, as having a drastic dive in mental health after Melodee's father died in a car crash in 2016 when Melodee was a baby. She recalled one incident where law enforcement was called to the home when Melodee was an infant. Miranda said the house was in extreme disarray, raw eggs and pans, rotten food in the refrigerator, and Melodee had to be taken into protective services. Miranda said that she believes Ashley should be at the hospital receiving treatment right now. The grandmother issued a public plea asking for Melodee to reach out if she is able, emphasizing that the family just wants her safe. Lori Miranda, Ashley's mother, publicly pleaded for Ashley to come forward and tell investigators where Melodee is. So she's got, yeah. Who knows what part of Nebraska they drove to? Someone says Highway 80 is a hot spot for child trafficking. Anybody? Someone else thinks that nothing like that happened. She's hiding her with hopefully someone that's taking good care of her. Yeah, but when you see the news, it's probably on the news in Nebraska too. And then someone says that the grandmother, Ashley's mom, is no longer cooperating. Someone else says, I think she got rid of Melodee. Authorities need to compel this POS mom to produce Melodee and present her to them immediately and account for where she's been. There's a sheriff's report. Let me see, what's the newest stuff? Not most relevant. Oh, newest. New posts. 19 minutes ago. That was forensics searching the home yesterday. These people aren't very updated on this group. They removed her from the home. We know that. Yeah, something really crazy's up here. Something really scary. Just trying to see if they have anything that we don't know. Dad is no longer alive. We know that. Yeah, wild. So I hope that she can come home. Agree, Jackie King. Ashley can't ignore the fact that her daughter is missing. Her case isn't going away. I heard about this case last week when no one knew about it. Ouch, I got a cramp in my foot. That's what the one grandmother is, the husband's mom that hasn't seen Ashley in 2 years. Yeah, though they're saying, somebody said that I heard that too, that Ashley's mom, that grandmother, isn't cooperating. Let's see. Melodee Buzzard. Percy, go lay down. FBI rips up mom's house, someone said. I mean, if she's a messy housekeeper, that's so gross how they said the house was found before. Who is this?
9-year-old that went missing out of Santa Barbara. The
And that's just,
9-year-old that
that's just somebody's TikTok. I don't know. I hope this doesn't end like a Daybell case. I mean, if she's paranoid, maybe she did give her to somebody to watch, but you know, if she really is schizophrenic and she's paranoid, but also schizophrenics can hear voices, and if they're unmedicated, and who knows what the voices tell people to do. I mean, most of the time schizophrenics are not violent, but this is just such a weird thing. Yeah. So we will continue to follow this. If anybody hears anything new, drop it in Discord or put it in a comment, something like that here. Okay. Let's see. All right, let's move on to Michael Vaughn, because we followed this case when it first happened. I have a whole entire video on it when Michael went. Well, let me play a little clip of that. I did it in Members Live too, but we can do a little bit of that right now too, because I want you guys to see when we were following it from the get-go. Back in the get-go. And then I'll show you the guy that FBI took pieces of drywall and cut out pieces of concrete from the garage, according to Banfield's last report I saw. Oh, wow. What the heck? Something's up there. Something bad. All right, let me find mine. We should go back and watch. I wanted to watch my first YouTube live from 2020, when my very first one, where people like, you should do a live. And I was like, I don't ever want to show my face, but I did. When we first were getting people in the live stream talking about Lori, and then people that knew, like what's her name? April Raymond's mom was in the live stream and telling us that Chad and Lori were at church there. There was a lot of stuff that went on back then that I probably forgot about, to be honest. But Lori Vallow is so... I just want her to go away. Okay. What do you guys think about following some more cases? I got a lot on my TikTok on the one case where it's so crazy, and I have it on here, where the woman cut the baby out of another woman and killed her. He did lose a lot of weight, right? Because I did see that. I mean, like, he's like half of what he was. That's what I thought. It wasn't a good close-up, but it was wild, because he looked like half of what he looked like in the other videos. Maybe they gave him Ozempic or something in jail. He's been in and out of jail, right? Okay. Goes to the family. I'm not going to go to the beginning. Let me share.
Been recent possible attempted abductions, not necessarily in. To be home with his father, Tyler Vaughn, and his.
My old intro.
Hi, and welcome back. Michael Joseph Vaughn went missing at approximately 6:30 p.m. on July 27, 2021, Tuesday night. Michael was noted to be home with his father, Tyler Vaughn, and his baby sister. His mom, Brandy Neal, was allegedly at work. From what I have gathered, he was in the house and his father left the room to change the baby's diaper. When he came back, Michael was gone. Law enforcement has stated that he was seen walking east on Southwest 9th Street at 6:45 p.m. This is unclear if an individual remembers seeing him or if this was reported possibly on one of the neighbors' doorbell cameras. Brandy Neal is the mother of 4 children. The two youngest are Michael and the baby that was at home with their biological father, Tyler Vaughn. The other 2 older children were said to have been with their own father and away from the home. Michael's 3 foot 7 inches tall and about 50 pounds. He's 5 years old and is often referred to as MJ or the nickname Monkey. He is wearing a Minecraft t-shirt, dark briefs, and blue flip-flops. It's very rural and
Well, tonight, concern and confusion in Fruitland as law enforcement and the community continue to search for a missing 5-year-old boy. Michael Vaughn, also known as Monkey, has been missing since Tuesday night. Now, we've watched as multiple law enforcement agencies have used helicopters, drones, and canines to find the little boy. Now, a national agency is joining in on the search, and it comes as we're now expecting an update about this case from police. Our Tristan Lewis is live in Fruitland, where he has been staying on top of this story for us.
Okay. I know. Okay. Somebody needs to like text me when I'm muted, like, Kathy, you're muted. So it rings because I'm like, oh my God, what is wrong with my brain? My bad. Sorry, you guys. Kathy is getting senior brain or something is going on here. Police dig up. And then Brandy found she did a FOIA request, and she found out that Stacy Wondra actually was telling them where to find the body. So we need to see that. That's this one, but let's watch this one. Let me get this for you. It's a body cam video. Okay, here we go. I know, I'm back now. So it's a body cam video here. Someone got it and posted it, called Clutch the Pearls, one of the YouTube channels. You guys got my video. It'll come on. You'll get audio in a second here. He also did interviews, Stacy, like, I don't know, I didn't know anything about it. No. Here we go.
Yeah. You want to start talking for a little bit? Okay. I'm just gonna go in the inbox room for now.
How's it going, man?
It's okay, how are you doing?
Good. Hey, I've been patrol guy over here. Hey, we're just gotta get some formalities out of the way, so I'm gonna read this to you real quick, okay?
Okay.
You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say Canon will be used against you in the court of law. You have the right to talk to a lawyer and have him present with you while you're being questioned. If you cannot afford to hire a lawyer and want one will be appointed to represent you before any questioning.
Okay.
You have the right to interrupt the conversation and use these rights at any time.
Okay.
Do you understand these rights? I've told you.
Yes, sir.
Okay, hey, Detective Fruitland PD, you know him?
Mm-hmm.
I've been talking to you a bit. They want to FaceTime you so you can give them a little more information on where this body's actually buried at, because I guess they're not finding him yet.
Okay.
Are you good with that?
I mean, because I'm going to be.
So this is really long. I'm going to try to get to the part where he's telling them where the body is. So somehow he's the one that told them, but I think he blamed Sarah.
Nope, I just do, I serve civil papers and then I cover patrol calls.
We don't need the small talk, officer.
Maybe share it with.
No.
Okay. What's the other number? That's some
Okay, here you go.
That is some equipment. Okay, where do I need to go?
Okay, face to the right. Like right where the dirt piles are.
Right where the dirt piles are. About how far off of the fence?
But
Go ahead, sir. Okay, walk over there and you point us to where it needs to be.
okay. Now keep going out a little further.
Keep going out a little further. You're gonna have to climb that mound.
It's like right under that mound area.
It's right under the mound, about where at compared to the
So,
trees?
a little like right to the right of the trees area.
To the right of the trees?
Yeah.
Okay.
A little bit. Where the building.
Okay, where at now?
Now he's off the dirt mound. It's like underneath the dirt mound area.
And about where he's standing?
Yeah, a little bit less, like closer to the house.
Come closer to the house?
Yeah.
And what is he wrapped in?
It should be. I mean, it should be a garbage bag.
Okay, what color is the garbage bag?
It would either be white or black. We only had two colors.
I want you to direct him from the fence where that orange thing in his hand is. Where do we need to stop it?
Right about there.
Right about there. Okay. All right. We will try there.
Okay.
Do you have any other suggestions for us, Stacy?
I mean, like I said, that's where he was buried.
Okay.
That's the last place I had known. Again, haven't been home for quite a while, and a lot of shit. You know what I mean? So the only other place I would say, if he's not in that backyard, is go to Cuna to Brandon's house and check in the backyard by the tree area.
Okay. Well, we're gonna finish here first, and then we'll cross that bridge when we get there.
Okay.
So does he need to go right or left? Or anywhere else?
That general area, that bucket's enough to dig, but you're gonna want to like start digging underneath the dirt piles.
Okay. How far down is Michael?
I don't know how far she actually dug, to be honest with you.
About. Give me an estimate.
I mean, maybe 4 or 5 feet.
4 or 5 feet? 4 or 5 feet, that's probably taller than me.
Like I said.
So he's saying that Sarah dug the backyard 4 or 5 with a shovel and buried Michael back there by herself, but he knew this? Is that what he's trying to say here?
I said, you asked for an estimate, I'm giving you what, it's probably shorter than that. I don't have an exact idea.
Okay, when she dug the hole, was she standing in the hole?
Standing outside of it.
Okay, and was she using a regular shovel?
I think it was a bullnose, or what do you call them, pointed ones.
Okay. And did the shovel, was she able to stand on the outside of the ground and the shovel able to reach the bottom of the hole?
Yes.
Okay. About how far down was the shovel in the hole?
I don't know, let's say like 3 feet down.
Hey, Jess, good to see you.
I mean, I don't have like I said, I don't have an exact, measurement like to give you. I mean, I didn't pay attention that far.
That's okay. Okay, we will try where you suggested, and I will call you back. Okay, Stacy?
All right, thank you.
All right, thank you.
Yep.
Bye.
Okay. Yeah.
I don't have to wait here. I have to wait here or what?
If they call us back, we'll come.
I mean, okay, so he confesses that Michael's body was in their backyard, and he's directing them to where Sarah buried Michael. But then someone moved him. Oh my goodness, my dogs and cats. Hold on. Almost as bad as having children. Okay, let's find what's happening now. So I do have, that D. Hutchinson. This is my question. I have not seen anything about these other two men. They put their pictures up on the police what's it called? Press conference. They put the pictures up on the press conference. And, and I just want to thank everybody that's in the live right now. And appreciating the fact that we're going kind of to the true crime genre here, which is most important versus, I know I got a lot more views when we were talking about Lauren, but this is why we're here. Like I said in the one video I made, this is part of the true crime community. We want to have a voice for people that need a voice, that we put our platform, ethical creators put themselves out on these platforms to be helpful. And I don't love the way that the true crime community gets a bad rap. And clearly more views when you're slamming another creator than versus slamming. I say that kind of twisted because she's the one that started it all. But I just appreciate you guys. Thank you for being interested in true crime and not just drama. Let me find the other video. I don't know how come my computer keeps going to Bing instead of to Google, which makes me mad because I have all my stuff on Google. Stacy Wondra charges. Okay. This is the most recent one, and then we can watch him when he appeared in court, because those are both right here.
Welcome to the news at 4. I'm Brenda Rodriguez.
And I'm Joe Parrott.
Yes, Jackie. For sure. There's a reason why we follow true crime, because we appreciate it. We appreciate the fact that these families appreciate people with ethical voices speaking out and telling their story and not turning it into drama. Oh, goodness. Here comes my mother now. She's as bad as the dogs. We'll see what happens here. This is why I usually do my stream in my room, because I can lock the door. This is a fishbowl over here. Okay, here we go.
Yes, we start with developing news. A warrant has been issued for Stacy Wondra, connected to the disappearance and death of Michael Vaughn. The then 5-year-old Michael went missing in July of 2021 from outside his home in Fruitland, Idaho.
Now a Payette County lieutenant confirms Wondra has been charged with first-degree murder, second-degree kidnapping,
and destruction of evidence. In 2022, police announced Wondra, his ex-wife Sarah, and 2 other individuals were suspects or persons of interest in Michael's disappearance. Authorities searched the Wondra's home and a yard in Fruitland at that time. Sarah was charged with failure to report a death, but that charge was later dropped.
Stacy Wondra is serving time out of state for a different crime, and Lieutenant tells us he has not been extradited back to Idaho yet. Sarah is currently serving time in an Idaho prison on unrelated charges.
Payette County Prosecutor Michael Duke said in a statement that the office was moving forward with, quote, charges against individuals involved in the disappearance and murder of Vaughn. He said the Fruitland Police Department has not been able to locate Michael or recover his remains.
Michael's mom, Brandy Neal, sent us a statement this morning saying their family is filled with mixed emotions. She said in part, quote, all we have wanted is for Michael to come home. Knowing that charges are coming forth to these monsters, we pray that they will finally tell us where Michael is. Michael deserves to be home with his family. We are here. We want justice. Michael will get his justice. We want Michael home, and we're never going to stop until we have Michael home. You can read her full quote and our full coverage, including the background on this case right now at ktvb.com.
Did I really close that? Okay, so we know that, but the body, where's the body? Is somebody going to tell him where the body is? They need to tell him that. I mean, he tried, I guess, sort of, but someone moved it. There has to be more people involved, because they're saying there's 2 other roommates that lived in the house at the time that know something, or sort of roommates or friends. I don't know if they were both roommates, and now Stacy's saying that Sarah did all this herself, and she does seem a little off kilter for sure, but this will be an interesting one to continue to watch as the evidence comes out and the trial, when there is one, if there is one. Yes. Oh, a follower on some channels who calls her. Is that Brandy? Does she use that name? I wonder. I don't know. I have not seen her in a chat a long time, but I know people have been saying she's in their chat when I'm kind of listening. I haven't seen it. Let's see. Maybe that is her. Where was I? Oh, okay. I was going to. Oh, Stacy Wondra. Okay. This is where he appeared in court yesterday. And he's half his size. I don't know what happened. Okay, here we go.
Go ahead, state your name.
Stacy James Wondra.
And Mr. Wondra, what is your date of birth?
9/12/92.
Thank you. All right, so you are here this evening because the Idaho issued a warrant for your arrest.
Correct.
All right.
Your Honor, so I have a question relating. So I have had no way to contact any relatives or anybody or any legal counsel to ask a recommendation of what I should do on this.
Okay, so we have information, and then you can make a choice, or you can choose not to make a choice.
Okay.
So we'll get there. All right. And you said your date of birth was September 12th, 1992. Is that correct? All right. All right. As I mentioned, a warrant for your arrest is issued by the state of Idaho. That state wants you back on its warrant. Before court, you were given some paperwork on a big flight-related card, which you had. Did you read that paperwork?
Yes.
Okay. As I stated, you have a warrant from the state of Idaho. You have a choice to make at this time. You can choose to waive your right to an extradition hearing and be sent back to Idaho within 30 days, or you can demand an extradition hearing and that a governor's warrant be signed by the governors of both states, that's Arizona and Idaho, before you are sent back to the state of Idaho. If you choose to waive your right to an extradition hearing, you would be held non-bondable in Maricopa County Jail for a period of up to 30 days to allow time for the requesting state to come for you. That 30 days would start tomorrow as long as you do not have any criminal charges pending against you anywhere in Arizona. If you do have criminal charges pending against you in Arizona, the 30-day period would not start until those charges are resolved. If you choose to have an extradition hearing, I will set your hearing for November 17th at 1:30 p.m. in the downtown Maricopa County Superior Court. I cannot appoint an attorney to represent you because extradition matters are civil in nature, but you would have the right to hire a lawyer at your expense if you choose. You are entitled to bail, which in this case would be a cash-only appearance bond in the amount of $1 million. If you are unable to post your bail, you would be held in custody during that time or until another judge modifies your bail. A governor's warrant signed by the governors of both states is required to extradite you to Idaho. That process could take up to 90 days. So you have a choice to make at this point. You can choose to waive your right to an extradition hearing and be held non-bondable here in Arizona for a period of 30 days, or you can you can go ahead with your extradition hearing on November 17th at 1:30.
I'll wait the 30 days for them to come get me.
Okay. All right. I understand at this time you do want to sign the waiver of extradition. I need to ask you some questions as I am making a record of this proceeding. Did you read the waiver of extradition paperwork? Yes. Okay. Do you understand that you do not have to sign the paperwork?
Yes.
Do you understand that you have the right to an extradition hearing?
Yes.
Do you understand that you have the right to hire a lawyer at your own expense? Yes. Do you understand that you have the right to demand that a governor's warrant be signed by the governors of both states before you are returned?
Yes.
Do you understand that you have the right to bail?
Yes.
Do you want to give up those rights and sign the paperwork?
Yes.
Has anyone threatened you or promised you anything to get you to sign the paperwork?
No.
Have you had any drugs, alcohol, or medication within the last 24 hours?
No.
You got to say it out loud.
No, I have not.
Okay. I am finding that you are knowingly, intelligently, and voluntarily are signing the waiver, and I am also signing it. I am directing the sheriff's office to notify the requesting state that you are ready to return. The requesting state will have 30 days from tomorrow to pick you up unless there are local charges pending. If there are local charges pending, the 30 days will not start until the conclusion of that case. Do you have any questions?
No, Your Honor.
All right.
Right? Another Maricopa County in Idaho. What is up with the Idaho and Arizona stuff? I said that, I was like, what the heck? Not another. I don't know, maybe the Idaho people like to go to Arizona back and forth a lot. It's very strange to me how much there's so many cases that we've been following that either have to do with Idaho and Arizona or both. I wonder if they found any new evidence, or is this what submitted the DA way back? They did. I did hear that they found there was the dogs hit on human remains, but they didn't find human remains. And I don't know if, remember they took all the dirt and they processed it somewhere. So I'm not sure if they were able to find any kind of DNA in that. But I need to know, where is the body? And then where is Sarah? What is up with Sarah? Does anybody know what's up with Sarah? Let me see. Where is Sarah Wondra? I know she's in jail on unrelated. They had dropped the charges about Michael Monkey with her. Here, this one. Okay, hold on. All right, this says a warrant was issued for Stacy Wondra. We know that. Okay, but it says 4 years after Michael Vaughn's disappearance, one of the people police believe responsible has been charged with first-degree murder in the case. Warrant was issued for Stacy Wondra, who lives blocks away from the Vaughns in connection with the Fruitland boys' disappearance. Where's about a Sarah? I'm looking for Sarah. The warrant was issued for Stacy for first-degree murder, second-degree kidnapping, and destruction of evidence. The lieutenant... Okay, let's share this. That's not what I wanted to share. Get out of here. That's not what I wanted to share. Let me find the other one. Okay, one more time. Share. Nope. Yep. She told another channel that she'll be arrested after she's released. I think she'll be released next year. So that's what they keep doing, huh? Because that's what they did to him. A Fayette County lieutenant. Who? These other people, though. These two. I want more information on these two. Stacy for first-degree murder, second-degree kidnapping, and destruction of evidence. The lieutenant said Stacy has not been extradited. We know that. He's serving federal prison in Arizona for a different crime. This guy's just a common criminal. A terrible criminal. In 2022, they announced Stacy Wondra, his ex-wife Sarah, and 2 other individuals were suspects or persons of interest in Vaughn's disappearance. Before now, the latest practice. Police said he had credible information from someone living in the Wondra house, which we now know is Stacy. The young boy's body was there. Cadaver detection dogs alerted to human remains, but none were found. Sarah Wondra was originally charged with failing to report a death in November of 2022 in connection to the boy's disappearance, but the charge was dropped that spring. Fruitland Police Chief J.D. Huff told KTVB he still believes Michael was buried in the Wondra's backyard and later moved. This is one of the worst case scenarios for any small city, Huff said during an interview last winter. When I stated that at the beginning of this case, we wouldn't stop and that we were working on it daily, I can honestly tell you that was what happened. Sarah's in prison, okay, here we go, until at least 2026 on charges of aggravated assault with a deadly weapon and destruction, altercation, or concealment of evidence unrelated to Vaughn's disappearance. Vaughn's mom, Brandy Neal, did the following statement, which we just read. There's Brandy and Michael. In an interview with KTVB, in early 24, Stacy Wondra said he did not know anything about Vaughn's abduction or where the little boy is today. He did an interview with Lauren, and he also did an interview with these people on this news. Way to insert yourself in an investigation. I'm not interviewing the suspects ever. Sorry, you won't get that kind of journalism here. No. I have no reason to hide anything from anyone, he said. I'm not that type of person. And as KTVB previously reported, Stacy was sentenced to at least 1 year in prison in March for violating conditions of a supervised release. Federal court records show he's been held at USP Tucson, a high security U.S. penitentiary. Stacy has been in and out of custody for a couple of years after pleading guilty to an unrelated gun crime and violating those conditions, according to federal court documents. A video from November 2022 released by Vaughn's mom shows Stacy guiding detectives on a FaceTime call where he said he saw his then wife Sarah dig a hole to bury the body. Court documents show the two are in the process of getting a divorce. And then he told them where to look. Neal said they unexpectedly got the video in 2024 through a public records request. She asked the friend to file a request on her behalf. She said she posted the video because she was angry, tired, and sick about not having answers and wanted to take the situation into her own hands. In the video, Stacy claims he watched the burial, but Sarah is the one who did it. I don't know how far she dug, to be honest with you. We heard him say that. She used a pointed shovel. Stacy also mentioned these two, Adrian Lucien and Brandon Schertiff, who lived with the couple at the Red Wing String House in Fruitdale and are also suspects in the case. I mean, Adrian was helping her too, Stacy said. Brandon wasn't anywhere around. Adrian is a pretty decent skinny dude, so his abilities are a little more wide open. Stacy said he wanted law enforcement to find Vaughn, continuing to claim that he was not involved. I am distraught, Stacy said in the video. I want this to be done and over with. The family has suffered way too long. Yep, nothing to do with that. You just sat on the porch with a beer watching. Nope, it wasn't you. Unbelievable. He did a lot of interviews. His story kept changing. Yeah. Well, those will be used against him in a court of law, I imagine. But I really, Stacy had some weird, were they TikToks or Facebook videos? She had some really weird ones. Did you guys see those? I remember, I wonder if, did I put them in my video? I don't think I did. No, because my video was before that, we heard of the Wondras. Let's see, or it wasn't Stacy, Sarah. I've got their names confused. Stacy's the guy, Sarah's the girl. Oh, yeah, here we go. Let me share this. She's creepy weird. Okay. Hold on, I get time.
There is none other greater, I know, sent from heaven on high, the Lamb of God on a tree, with tears in his eyes, he died for me, and for
now
the
we're talking
love
about
of
Jesus?
the Father. I don't understand. Crown of thorns pressed upon him, and nail-printed hands shed his blood for me.
More Jesus. Hold on. I gotta find the one that was like her most recent. Like, this is their backyard, right?
So, this is April 13th, 2022. Me and my husband's anniversary, April 13th. Do you see what that is? That is snow. Snow freaking way. So, this is April 13th, 2022.
When did he confess? Oh, look, GoFundMe here. She needs a GoFundMe.
Please help this lady get her voice and justice for real. I've had to go through what they've had to go through when they were little, and it's not. It ruins you for the rest of your life. There's just things now that are just ruined for me that
What is that
I
GoFundMe?
would have had some justice for. So please help them.
She clearly is a troubled person.
I'm going to leave the link. Well, the link's in my bio. But I'm also going to put it here on the page screen. So please go to the GoFundMe and support them getting their way to court, basically, so they can lock up this guy that really hurt them.
What the hell? What is
Please
this
help
GoFundMe?
this
Hold on, I'm
lady
looking for
get
this
her
GoFundMe.
Voice and justice for real. I've had to go through what they've had to go
Yeah, it's the
through
same
when
thing.
they were little, and it's not.
Stupid. Okay, hold
It
on.
ruins you for the
Okay.
rest of your life.
I don't know what she's talking about.
So I just watched a video that was censored. Why was it censored? There was nothing vulgar about it. All it was talking about was the love of Jesus, okay? They don't want you to know that Jesus is the way. They don't want you to know that Jesus
That's
is the
not
truth.
the mom.
And they don't want you to know that he is the life.
This-
Why? Because they want you
Wait,
to die
Jackie,
with
are you
them.
talking about Michael
They want
Vaughn?
you to suffer. That's all their agenda is
This
they
is
want
the
you to suffer
suspect.
with the non-believers that are going to hell. You need to know that Jesus is the way, the truth, and the life, and he is the only way.
But you
to
murdered a
heaven.
little boy.
His
Sorta.
blood is the only sacrifice worth having, because Jesus is the way. Where am I at? I'm over here in Kuna, Idaho. Telling you about Jesus with my window open, mind you. And a guy.
Okay.
So I just watched a video.
She's a freak. She is a freak. Wow. I'm trying to see if there's any videos that have a lot of views that might have something interesting here. She's just a very strange person, and she's obviously in on this, whatever Stacy and her did, or is Stacy framing her, but I don't know. Look at all the Bible passages and stuff. Another one making us look like, you know, if you're a Christian or anything, but you're a murderer, it makes a whole lot of sense. I guess you figure you're going to be forgiven. Good luck. Yeah, she's got a lot of freaking TikToks, you guys. Jesus is coming soon. Wow. Well, if you want to go down a freaking rabbit hole of cuckoo nuts, who is also going to be charged, apparently, here you go. TikTok. This one has 10,000, 12,000 views, 14,000 views. That's the GoFundMe. 15,000 views, 19,000 views. I think because people have gone and looked for her, right? That's why she's got all these views. Yeah, more God stuff. Oh, Lord.
Man, sorry. It just hit me so hard. I don't deserve half the stuff I've been given. Not even anything, really. God just keeps blessing me and I don't deserve it. And I can't pay it back.
Okay, well, this is her. This is Stacy's wife, ex-wife,
I owe everything to him.
who he's saying buried Michael in their backyard. Okay, I've kind of had enough of her. So that is wild. What a mess, yeah. There's a lot of rabbit holes. I still want it. I've not heard anything about those other two people. She definitely needs to be medicated. So what have we learned today, boys and girls? We have learned that Aslee Buzzard and Sarah Wondra need to be medicated, and they are a danger to society. Allegedly. Wild. Wild, wild, wild. All right, before we go, do you want to hear the male version of Lauren's song? I want to try to make a video to it. I'll work on that, but right, exactly. You don't deserve it. I will play the male version of Lauren's song real quick here because I said we pay it before we went. Yeah, she has some kind of psychotic something going on. All right, let me find it. The other version of Stalker is the name of the song, by the way. AI named it Stalker.
Once ruled the room. True crime tales, a heavy plume, but TikTok's queen.
TikTok's queen.
She's got the stage, a former friend now sparks my rage. She dances, she points, she spins her lies. My empire crumbles while she thrives. They're watching her, not me, not me. My truth unraveling on their
Need the lyrics on the screen.
consequence. What's it worth when I'm the villain for my own rebirth?
I'm the villain for my own rebirth. I tried to make it a duet. I couldn't do it. Human John.
Jealous hearts with jealous minds. Your beauty's rare. Your voice divine. They're afraid of what they'll never find. But I know the truth. I see the cracks. The victims' names are knives in my track. They're watching her, not me, not me. My truth unraveling on their feet. Clouding consequence. What's it worth when I'm the villain for my own rebirth?
I'm the villain for my own rebirth. That's the chorus.
They're watching her, not me, not me. My truth unraveling.
Yes, with the help of AI.
Clouding consequence. What's it worth when I'm the villain for my
Oh, I need to make another one with Victor. You know what? Now I got a project for tonight. Let me make one. Make the whole, and then the Lori Hellis rant too, right? I did. I made it, and it was crazy. Let me find the other one because it's gonna play again. Let me. PLM made one too. She's one of our mods. Hold on, let me turn this off. Oh. Okay, Stalker. The name of the song is called Stalker. So let me see if I can play the one that she sent to me. Hold on. I might have to just play it up to my microphone because I don't think I have it. I didn't figure out how to put it on my computer. Hold on. Oh, and this is what the AI made for the picture for Stalker. That's the album cover for Stalker. Okay, stop. We already heard you. I was able to upload that one. Let me see. This one's good because it's Dr. John's lyrics. Oh, no, I know where it is. It's in my email. Hold on. Okay, let me go to the Natal primary. So, where is it? It's not search. Let's just go here. Primary. Okay. Well, why does this always happen when I found it earlier today in 2 seconds, and then when I don't find it in 2 seconds? Now I can't find it. Oh, okay, hold on. Let me look one more place. Where is it? Oh, I'm having issues again. All right. Well, I will play it next time because I wanted to use it as an intro song, and now I can't find it, and she's not here in the chat. You guys saw the one that Lauren's musical with all the comments that somebody made, the song? Hilarious. I don't know what's going on here. I'm having a day with my searches. I put everything I wanted to go over up in front, but this one was something that I was like, I forgot I wanted to do. Let me see. Maybe if I look for it on the computer instead of my phone, it'll come up easier. Okay. Well, Kathy can't find it, and I just had it today because I listened to it again today. What was today? Is today November 1st? I wish she was here. She could send it to me again. Anyway, yeah, you know when I'm going to find it as soon as we're done, right? Oh, I found it. Okay, hold on. Let me share. I knew it was right when I was going to give up. Okay.
The beginning of the road to the torture chamber and the gas oven, that's what we're talking about. So when people say, oh gee, this is just Mean Girls, this is just a stupid cat fight, they don't understand what they don't understand. understand the stakes here.
John's lyrics.
Understand what's going on. They don't understand that to the people in the smear campaign, this is a moral crusade that is reducing you to someone or something that's subhuman, that needs to be destroyed. This is an ideological war against you.
LOL. That's hilarious. So those were John's own words, guys. Totally John's own words. In a song. Awesome. Okay, hold on. Now you want me to find the invite, right? To Discord? Okay. Invite people. Got it. Okay, I grabbed it. Here you go. But I think we should do a song about Victoria and Becky. I think you're right. That's not it. Oh my gosh. That's the TikTok. Hold on. Yeah. Somebody told me I need to learn to use a computer. I know how to use a computer. It's hard to do everything. You guys, Ruby, at some point, I think I do need you to come be in the back or something, or somebody. No. Where is the invite? I think I just put the TikTok to Sarah in there instead. Okay. Invite people. Copy. Okay, here's the correct one, ladies and gentlemen. Kathy is not as call it Sylvia says. AI, if I grab the transcript out of there where he's going on about Victoria and Becky, and then give it to AI and give the backstory, what kind of music you want to be? Country music, it says. You want it to be hip hop, you want it to be rap, you want it to be, I picked, for the one I made, I picked 80s music. So there you go. You got the link. Come join us in there. Sylvia Says will be the next recorded song to make for the Lauren nonsense. But seriously, you guys, this whole thing with Lauren, I just really want to again say this is not first of all the freedom of speech. A lot of people are coming on and going on, you know, this now, people that used to be here and stuff, and talking about how Lauren did them wrong. But to me, the biggest thing here as far as what she did is she's trying to silence somebody on social media, which is not okay. She accused her of being a stalker, which is not okay. You can ruin somebody's life. And then she proceeded to double down, go on her after her 9-hour rant and bring Dr. John. You wanted to be country, Jackie? I can do one in country. That sounds about right because it's like a freaking crazy ass story, right? And country is like the long story. I killed my mom and my dad and my dog, la la la, something like that. Victoria, she was whatever. Yeah, country fits for that topic. It definitely does. So anyway, she doubled down with Dr. John, who came on, and that freaking rant he did was kind of scary when you think about it. They never told Lori Hellis why she was disinvited to the show. He is still mad. Years later, he's throwing a temper tantrum. I can only imagine those two together when they fight at home. John the temper tantrum, Lauren the crier. I don't know. They seem very dysfunctional at this point to me, especially when you're not home with your kid and you're basically with Grayson more than your family. Just bizarre. Anyway, so that's my point, though. I want that. And then, but the fake Victoria story, he goes, and I don't. After he cries, he's like, I don't know what happened after that. That's it. She wanted to, off herself, but that's it. Bye. Okay, we're good. A psychologist can't tell someone when he feels hurt. Yeah, it was so weird. It is how she grew her channel, to be completely honest. She did that to a lot of people. A1 just came back and told the story that, got blamed on her. And she used a lot of us as flying monkeys with that one for sure. And she was in that Facebook group. You'll hear people, if you're listening to Every Day with Jay and Queen Bee and all those people, they talk about that Facebook group. And that Facebook group is where I got bullied. And Lauren was big in that Facebook group. And I basically got kicked out of that Facebook group. And then when people were in my Facebook group, they started getting kicked out of that Facebook group because they were in my Facebook group. There was so much crap going on behind the scenes. And it was awful. But you know what? I didn't leave. I stayed here. Those people, where are they now? I don't know. But it was a big, big thing where my channel got a lot of slack from that Facebook group. But that Facebook group is mean. And then they did really mean things. And of course, then hey, Trisha the trucker, long time no see. Hey, Donna, good to see ya. Right, he's mad because he got interrupted. First of all, when you have a guest on your show, I feel like they should do more talking than you, right? She is there as your expert. But obviously, John was butthurt because he wanted to be the expert. And she was there as the law expert. And Lauren's just in the middle. So, but yeah, that was bizarre how mad he got about Lori Hellis from how many years ago. And you know why? People didn't like you and nobody wants you on our show. And you wonder why you can't be on our show anymore. Oh my God. It was almost scary. Almost. But it shows he's kind of unstable. Oh, and everybody's making fun of him, like licking. He does the thing with his tongue and his lip all the time. That actually is a side effect of medications. I'm not saying he's on anything. I have no idea. I'm just telling you that a lot of people that lick their lips are on psych meds. Let me give you some expert information about that. It's called tardive dyskinesia. Tardive dyskinesia. Okay. So, lip smacking, also known as tardive dyskinesia, is a common side effect of antipsychotic medications. It's characterized by involuntary movements of the lips, including lip puckering, smacking, and pursing. This condition can develop after long-term use of these medications and is often associated with first-generation antipsychotics, which are more likely to cause lip smacking than second-generation as I lick my lips, which often associated with first-generation antipsychotics, which is more likely to cause lip smacking than second-generation antipsychotics. The exact mechanism by which antipsychotic medications cause lip smacking is not fully understood, but is believed to be related to the disruption of dopamine levels in the brain, particularly in the basal ganglia, which is involved in voluntary movement. Now I'm going to get a cease and desist. I'm just saying, he smacks his lips, and and some people that take certain meds smack their lips. Doesn't have to be related at all. All right, I better stop, huh? I'd hate to be married to him. Just imagine being lectured by him, he does that. Oh my gosh. And he takes forever to tell stories, like talking to somebody's grandpa. Okay. And then. Do you remember how he was when their channel first started? You ask him a question and he would look like he was going to cry. That's when Lori Hellis helped Lauren. He was awful, could not talk. Yeah. And then she started saying that now he just feels more comfortable behind a paywall. What's the difference? A camera's a camera. It makes no sense to me, right? My mouth is dry is what it is. I swallowed without you hearing. Thank you very much. But yeah, it's so crazy. So honestly, She has come out with 2 more videos. I've not watched them. She did one on Melodee and one on Michael Vaughn, because those are big stories right now. And we'll just have to see. You know what? He's retirement age, Ruby. Maybe he's retired. He's 2 years older than me. So can he be? No, wait. 2 years. Maybe he's retired and living off of Lauren's income now. As long as he could read out of a book, he is okay. I know. Can you imagine? Okay, client, let me see here. Let's therapize you. You go. Welcome to therapy today. And you have a hate for your mother. That's long acting. Okay, hold on. Page 200. Okay, this book. Hold on. Let me get you this book. Okay, let's talk about when adult children hate their mothers. Page. Wait. Oh, you have another question? Hold on. Let me get the other book out. We could do that, right? Now, I have not seen the video of the breakdown of how much they make. I'm shocked if they make that much, only because my son had a channel, and their videos have like 100 more views, a lot more views than Lauren gets. Like one of their videos has like, I don't know, 2 million views, and they had 500,000 subscribers, and the most they ever made in a month was $10,000. Now, they quit their channel because back several years ago, YouTube decided to demonetize people that had channels that were controversial. And my son and daughter-in-law's channel was a conspiracy theorist channel. It's still up, but they never made that kind of money. And they got more views and more subscribers than Lauren. Oh, I don't know. But I'm going to have to watch that, because someone wrote that in my comments that the math was done well on that. I know him and his books. Yes. This we do. I don't know if they make as much as that video broke down, but I'm sure they make a lot. Oh, they're making bucks. They're making good money. I mean, they're for sure into the 6 figures, for sure. And Lori Hellis said they were allegedly flat broke when they started their channel. Okay, I for sure will watch it. I will. Do you know what it is? Is it long? Because I'll find it right now. There's a fly in here. It's making me crazy. I'll find it right now if you know what it is. Whose channel is it? It's a good video. Okay. He recently said, I think it was Respond, he is pro bono with the prison. Does he do that to keep his license? Weird, right? I don't know. Okay, where is it? I want to find it. Yeah, he said he's pro bono. He's pro bono with the college. He's pro bono with this. He doesn't need to make any money. It's literally ridiculous that they depend on their YouTube channel for the livelihoods. I mean, I know other creators do also, but not so to the extent. Yeah, you'd think one person would be the backup, because this could be gone in a second. Where's MySpace? Where's everything? Where's the stuff that was huge for a while and then goes away? You cannot rely on this to be your income. Would I like to just do this all day instead of wound care, bed sores, dying people? Maybe. I mean, it's not as important, but I can't replace my income and my benefits doing this, even if I did this all day long. Yes. Dream Media. Okay. Percy, he can't open doors. The cat can open doors. Lulu can open doors. Percy can't open doors for some reason. I don't know why. Okay, YouTube. Dream Media. Dream Media, okay. Do you guys watch the morning show? And have you been watching the Golden Bachelor? And have you watched Nobody Wants This? Those are my 3 shows that I'm watching right now. Okay, Dream Media. No, that's not him. This is Dream Media Home Theater. Dreamfield Media. Okay, thank you. Dreamfield Media. Got it. Okay, got it. Monetizing a meltdown. Okay. Oh, cool. Let's watch. I'll have to comment because of fair use, YouTube fair use information policy.
You know how the TV detectives always say, follow the money?
Ah.
I started thinking about this
Hold on.
meltdown, this melodrama, this spectacle.
Okay. Share screen. Stop sharing. Now share the new one. Monetizing meltdown. Okay. Which makes sense. It could be a monetizing meltdown. I also watched another guy that said that he completely disagrees with this whole thing that Lauren's done, and he thinks it also could just be a big grifter stunt because for money, right? You don't like the guy they picked for the Golden Bachelor? I don't really like him either. I wouldn't have wanted to pick him or go on the show if I was. I always think about like, I didn't like either of the 2 guys. Honestly, I wouldn't want to date either of them. If I decided I wanted to go on the Golden Bachelor and those were my choices, I would be like, hey, you can send me home now. Thank you very much. I just not impressed. But Cindy is crying over him. She's dead in love with him. So next week, I think the final one is Wednesday. I heard that both of them are unemployable. Does that mean that their credentials aren't credible? Both burned bridges. I've heard that too, which is really strange. Oh, she did? Oh, perfect. Okay, great. Okay, let's watch it then. Thank you, Velvet Fox.
Unfolding before us as those super chats rolled in. And so my investigation into Hidden True Crime's financial empire started there. I have a complicated relationship with money. I think a lot of people who have been in a relationship where money was a form of control can end up having complex feelings. So anybody who tries to say that I'm somehow just envious of Hidden True Crime's income, relax. I don't care, not like that. I love to see people succeed. I love it more when they use part of their income to make a meaningful difference toward an underserved cause. If you have been here before, you know that I have opted out of super chats and memberships. I don't have a QR code or a Cash App or a Venmo or any of those things. And I feel like sponsorships are disrespectful to viewers, holding you captive to a commercial that's been thinly disguised as content. I don't judge people who do. It's just not the path for me. It would be crowded if we were all on the same path, wouldn't it? So I'm pretty removed from understanding how YouTube money works, which makes me a good candidate for the task ahead.
Yeah, Faith was a singer, right?
My quest started with the basics. How much did that 9-hour and 9-minute mega meltdown yield? As of October 24th, the video had been live for 8 days. The channel had 321,000 subscribers and had accumulated 405,000 views. I counted up the supers received during the stream, then adjusted for foreign currency. I put them in a spreadsheet and let the machine do the math. YouTube takes a 30% cut of their additional earning programs, so I subtracted that. Net income from live supers, $664.53. Next, I counted the supers received after the stream, which I didn't even know was a thing. There were fewer of these,
Night,
so
Ruby.
I was able to take
We're going to wrap up here in a minute, too. I want to hear
I
this.
adjusted for foreign currency and subtracted YouTube's 30% cut. Income from post-live supers, $446.49. So far, we're up to $1,111.02. A strong start. I had to turn to Grok for the AdSense insight. It gave me a little tutorial about how to calculate the AdSense myself, which I'd be happy to make a video about if you're interested. The estimated range was $1,215 to $2,835. So let's take the average, $2,025. So just that video on the day of the analysis yielded an estimated total of $3,136.02. But Grok mentioned something else, memberships. It indicated that this is the real moneymaker. Grok estimated a conversion rate for a channel with 321,000 subscribers at 1% to 5%. Well, 1% of 321,000 is 3,210 members. If each of those members were paying $4.99 per month, that's over $16,000 a month. I did the math several times just to be sure, but Grok had estimated the conversion rate between 1% and 5%, which means 2, 3, 4, or 5 times that much per month. 16,000, 32,000, 48,000, 64,000, or even 80,000. When I tell you the gasp, I gasped. If I was going to be doing all this math, I needed an easier method. I rounded it off to $5 per month. Then I remembered that YouTube takes their 30% cut, so I adjusted for that. I started wondering, with cash like that, why were Lauren and John always pushing so hard for people to become Patreon members? Well, it turns out that Patreon only takes a 10% cut of the revenue. So it turns out that Patreon is significantly more profitable than YouTube, as much as 6 figures more per year if there are more than 9,600 members, almost $200,000. If even 5% of the YouTube subscribers are $5 Patreon members instead of YouTube members. But what if 3% of the subscribers from YouTube had $5 memberships with YouTube, and also 3% of the subscribers had $5 memberships with Patreon? That's over $77,000 a month, $924,000 a year, even after the platforms have taken out their percentage. Almost $1 million a year just in $5 memberships. But here are the YouTube tiers offered by HTC. Remember, these prices are a monthly recurring fee. Some members are paying 2 times, 3 times, 5 times, or even 10 times that basic math that we did. What did the memberships look like over at Patreon? Over there, HTC offers only 4 tiers, $5, $15, $25, and $50. And the $15 per month tier is flagged as the most popular. See that little red box above the $15 tier? Even if 1% of the YouTube subscribers, 3,200 people, have monthly memberships from the $15 tier, after we adjust for Patreon's fees, that's a net proceed of over $43,000 per month. So let's run the numbers again, assuming 3% of the subscribers are on the $5 per month plan with YouTube, and 3% are on the most popular plan of $15 per month with Patreon. After the platforms deduct their fees, that's almost $164,000 per month. So let's put that on the monthly ledger. But we know that not every member is choosing the lowest amount. Imagine how much 1% of their subscriber count could yield at each tier after we deduct the 10% cut for Patreon. And that is monthly. Holy cats, right? Can you imagine annually? If the only revenue stream that they had was Patreon, and they only had 1% of their subscribers at the top tier, they would still be earning nearly $2 million per year net. As it stands, with my estimate of 3% of the subscribers having a $5 membership on YouTube and 3% of the subscribers having the most popular $15 plan on Patreon, they're still netting $1,964,520 per year from memberships. Let's update the annual ledger. So that covers 2 revenue streams, but 3 remain: sponsorships, merch, and AdSense. Sponsorships. Ugh, you know what I'm talking about. The VPN companies and the HelloFresh meal prep type companies are the most insidious. With Hidden True Crime's sky-high retention and a fan base that hangs on every twist, if you think true crime is just views, wait till you see the cash that brands pay to whisper into those loyal ears. Picture this: a 60-second mid-roll where Lauren drops a promo code for a VPN or a meal prep kit. With 80,000 to 100,000 views per video and viewers glued for over half the runtime, that's prime real estate. In 2025, mid-tier channels with engagement this strong command $3,000 to $8,000 flat per ad read, or $20 to $50 CPM. CPM seems to be a method where someone is paid by the view.
I'm going to speed this up. She talks slow, this AI voice. How do I do it? I found it the other day. There we go.
Views instead of the flat rate. $4,000 to $7,000 directly into the creator's pocket.
Hi,
Per
welcome.
sponsor, per video.
Nice to have you,
Now
Christine.
zoom in on the usual suspects. VPNs like Nord, Surfshark, and Express love true crime audiences who are worried about privacy. They'll drop $5,000 to $10,000 flat for a single integration, sometimes tossing in a 20 to 40% affiliate commission on signups. One well-tracked code can add thousands more. Then there's the meal prep delivery. Factor, HelloFresh, Hungry Root, they target busy true crime binges. Sponsorships from these companies can pay channels $4,000 to $8,000 flat, plus 15 to 30% on every box shipped with the channel's code. Peak seasons, like New Year's resolutions, rates climb 20%, with 2 to 4 sponsorships a month and careful spacing, like 1 ad every 3 to 5 videos to avoid fatigue. Hidden True Crime could easily pull $10,000 to $30,000 monthly from ad reads alone. That's between $120,000 and $360,000 yearly. Bottom line, sponsorships turn loyal ears into a 6-figure ATM. Again, back to the ledger. Let's split the difference and estimate $20,000 per month, bringing their net monthly income subtotal to $183,710 and their net annual income to $2,204,520. Next up, merch. I predicted merchandise was probably a wash. I assumed that the value was probably coming from turning fans into walking billboards, advertising the channel. This is why I avoid branded clothing. The idea of, let me pay you a premium price to advertise your company just isn't well with my soul.
Wow.
But to my surprise, Grok indicates that merch can be a steady and substantial source of revenue.
I don't have any of this crap. What am I
Those
thinking?
hidden gems are certainly loyal.
No
Here's
wonder.
what Grok told me about the potential revenue. It turns out that merch isn't just swag. It's a gold mine for mid-tier channels like Hidden True Crime. With high retention rates, think viewers sticking around for over 50% of those long-form episodes, and strong engagement, such as 5 to 10% likes and comments, this channel has built strong parasocial bonds. Fans feel connected to hosts Lauren and Dr. John Matthis, treating them like trusted storytellers in the true crime world. Emotional loyalty is rocket fuel for sales. Grok's intel has identified 10 to 20% of subscribers as superfans who buy to show support.
Dude, if I just got one of those, I could probably retire, right?
Based on industry benchmarks for 2025, monthly gross revenue could range from $3,000 to $12,000. Annually, that's $36,000 to $144,000, netting $1,200 to $8,400 per month after costs. These numbers come from print-on-demand setups like Bonfire or Creator Spring, where Hidden True Crime sells everything from $25 tees with clever true crime slogans to $43 hoodies, hats, and more. Average order value? Around $30 to $50, with solid 40% to 70% profit margins. Why so lucrative? High loyalty means 1 to 3% of subs might buy yearly, spiking
Wow.
to 5% with exclusive drops tied to episodes such as limited edition hidden gem merch exclusively for Patreon supporters. At 500,000.
How far are we? Yeah, you know what? I was just thinking about the ads. That's the only thing I get money from is the ads. So when you put it all together, wow. And I only have the ads in my members, and I only have one level of members. What is it? $2.99, $3.99, something like that. So I can see why you'd be like, Mama Bear, over your money, over your channel. Everybody get out of the way. Don't be taking my money away. Yeah. Wow.
In monthly views across videos. That's potential for $3,000 to $10,000 monthly from merch alone. True crime fans love belonging to the community, so inside jokes or case-inspired catchphrases fly off the virtual shelves. In the true crime niche, merch isn't just income. It's a way to deepen that fan connection. So,
again, using Are You Done Yet? The Lori Vallow trial. This is making money off of victims, in my opinion. And don't flatter yourself. Again, the Lori Vallow trial in Arizona. So, you know, to me, it's a little slimy. I can't say to me, that's gross. It's a little slimy. Do you agree? Do you think it's okay to just take quotes from somebody's murder trial and make t-shirts out of them? I mean, we're not talking about watching The Golden Bachelor and somebody saying something stupid or weird or funny. Yeah, it makes it turn into, like I said, trauma porn. This is trauma porn, in my opinion.
what should you pencil in for merch revenue? What's a conservative estimate? Let's average the range provided of net revenue after costs. $4,800 per month, which is $57,600 per year. Finally, YouTube AdSense. Detectives, it is time to dust for AdSense prints, that passive cash that flows while hidden true crime.
Okay, this is all I get. Let's see how much is possible.
Unravels those culty cases. With 321,000 subs, high retention, and a fan base that hangs on nearly every word that Dr. John says, this isn't your average CPM. Let's run the numbers like a forensic accountant. Step 1, the views. High engagement channels like this turn 25 to 40% of subscribers into regular viewers. That's 80,000 to 128,000 views per video. With 4 to 6 uploads a month, it translates to 320,000 to 768,000 monthly views. Step 2, the RPM magic. True crime is considered premium real estate. Long-form videos loyal 25 to 44-year-old US and UK, Australian and Canadian fans, and viewers watching over half the runtime. These trigger $6 to $12 RPM, revenue per mil. Mil means thousand, after YouTube takes its 45% cut. Creators keep 55%, which they may not even realize because YouTube presents it as if the revenue is the full amount. The number that you're going to see on the screen is the number that shows up in the bank account. Step 3, the math. Hidden True Crime's AdSense range is about $2,000 to $9,200 monthly, converting to a range of $24,000 to $110,000 a year. Most likely, their AdSense is landing between $4,000 and $7,000 per month, or $48,000 to $84,000 annually. It may not look like it, but this is pretty juicy for AdSense revenue. This is due to the following factors. Retention equals more ads. 50% plus watch time unlocks 4 to 6 mid-rolls per video. Next, demographics gold. True crime fans equal higher income binge-watching adults, so advertisers pay 2 to 3 times more. Basically, those 25 to 44-year-old true crime fans are advertiser catnip. Then, seasonality. October, True Crime Month, spikes RPM 20 to 30%. Finally, playlists and rewatches. Fans re-binge old cases, and extra watch time equals extra cash. Now, a closer look. End screens, cards, and playlists keep viewers looping. One 40-minute deep dive can serve up 6 ads. Bottom line, AdSense is the steady heartbeat, not the headline, but $4,000 to $7,000 in average monthly revenue keeps the lights on, while memberships, sponsorships, and merch steal the show. Back to our ledgers. If we average the range, we get $5,500 monthly and $66,000 per year. AdSense was the one that I felt least confident about, so I turned to some online insight. Social Blade is a website that tracks some social media metrics somewhat reliably. Emphasis on the somewhat. Basically, I wanted to check their math against my own. The annual range they estimated was between 7,800 and 125,000. So I added the two numbers and then divided the sum to get an average. They landed at $66,400, which was only $400 more than my calculation of $66,000. I think that's a good sign. So let's take one last look at the monthly potential before we look at the annual. Remember, these are low to average conservative estimates, and all the fees have already been subtracted. Sure, there are income taxes, but there are also a metric ton of tax deductions. Travel, hotel, meals, internet, phones, equipment, website hosting, home office offsetting a portion of the mortgage and utility bills, even Grayson's salary. Hopefully she has good insurance with that whole dental situation. For our purposes, we're just looking at the raw net income after the platform takes its cut. After we add up the net revenue from YouTube memberships, Patreon memberships, sponsorships, merch, and AdSense, our estimated monthly total is $194,010. When we review the estimated annual total, we get $2,328,120 per year. Since we used the low conservative numbers, especially in the membership section, it's possible that the true number is closer to 2 or even 3 times this amount. And check out this pie chart. A staggering 67%, more than 2/3 of that annual income, comes from Patreon memberships, with YouTube memberships a distant second place at 14.4%. Sponsorships and ad reads are 10.3% of the annual income, and AdSense and merch combined are barely over 5%. Good thing I'm not in this for the money, or I would be missing out in a big way. There's another website called Playboard where you can apparently see info about the super chats. I checked it on October 28th, 2025, and it showed that HTC had a super chat total of $59,542. I don't know if that's a lifetime total or an annual total or what. I'm guessing that it's probably the channel's lifetime total. I checked my own to see if it could help me understand. It didn't. Like, I didn't even have enough data to make cool charts apparently, and you only get to touch 3 buttons before it locks the website until tomorrow without a paid membership. Oh, and while we're here, let's address the rumor about Hidden True Crime supposedly purchasing subscribers. People are suspicious because apparently Lauren and John have never displayed the silver play button that YouTubists receive a few days after crossing the 100,000 subscriber mark. Channels that have engaged in funny business or who have been demonetized for having the wrong stance about things, the way that Turtle Boy previously was, are not eligible for the silver play button award. Lauren has never been shy when it comes to boasting about achievements, so I agree, it is a little odd that they haven't shown us. And even if they were to display one now, it might just be a replica. Anyone can order from a company that produces them. But when I look at these charts of monthly subscribers and monthly views for HTC, I think it shows steady growth across both measurements. And I'm not trying to be sectarianist, but there have been a lot of high-profile cases in the past 5 years out of an area that is densely populated by Mormons. So it's kind of like Lauren and John were in the right place at the right time. And the growth seems consistent with the headline trends. I also want to point out some examples of the passion and loyalty of the HTC fan base. Some, like the ones on the left, are using their voices to recruit more members in demonstration of support, while others, like the ones on the right, appear to be trying to galvanize and mobilize support into action. This is an example of how comments with good intentions could be twisted into violating those stalking rules that Lauren was describing about recruiting and brigading. Back to the $2 million in revenue annually. All of the revenue streams to accumulate that, it takes work. I don't want to minimize that. I'm not trying to imply that Lauren and John just sit back and let the cash roll in. No way. They're putting in the work, but make no mistake, it is paying off exponentially. The expression that was used about burning down the kingdom resonates more deeply now that we have an idea of just how much the Hidden True Crime empire generates annually. Perhaps Christina's comment wasn't a threat, but a cautionary observation, that if people knew the truth about Lauren's hidden agendas, secret smack talk, behind-the-backs bullying, potential exploitation of victims' families as content, and weaponization of the legal system, well, without a course correction, that cavalier hubris could leave the HTC brand smoldering in ashes. Lauren and John Matthis, don't you dare play dumb. You're supposedly learned people. You cannot possibly believe that the phrase burn your kingdom down is a literal physical threat. You are public figures. This is the life that you've chosen, the path that you've blazed, for better or worse. So, 7 people in a group chat comparing notes about your hypocrisy is not domestic terrorism. It's not. There's no place for piousness or sanctimony in advocacy. Part of being an advocate is deferring to the needs of the victims, because you can choose to turn off the gas and step out of the burning house, and they are still in the fire. They don't have the luxury. They burn in a way you never will. The world is not your oyster. Entitlement is not a protected class. The bridges were not yours to burn, so put down the matchbook. You are not expected to be perfect. You're expected to be decent humans, and you have failed. The phrase burn your kingdom to the ground is a powerful metaphor for a destructive and selfish leader who would sacrifice their own nation for personal gain. It was a commentary on how your ambition has impaired your priorities and tarnished your integrity. It's often associated with a quote from Sun Tzu: "An evil man will burn his own nation to the ground to rule over the ashes," which highlights how unchecked ambition can lead to the ruination of what they claimed to lead. It's destructive ambition. It symbolizes a leader's willingness to destroy the very foundation of their society, including its trust, its relationships, and its institutions, to maintain or gain power. It's self-interest over common good. The quote suggests a leader who prioritizes personal gain above the welfare of their people, treating their nation as a means to an end. And it's a hollow victory. Ruling over ashes implies that even if the destructive leader achieves their goal, they are left with a broken and diminished remnant of what they once had. Personally, I'm not bitter or envious of Hidden True Crime's financial success. I believe that all money comes with unavoidable sacrifice, sacrificing privacy, boundaries, health by way of stress, or time with family. And given that those seem to be Lauren's and John's chief complaints right now, I wonder how much money they'd be willing to sacrifice to reclaim their privacy, peace, health, and quality time with their child. Just something to consider. And I apologize for the sharpness of my tone. Creators exploiting victims is one of my hot buttons. I don't normally speak with such venom, but my composure has been challenged by the unnecessary appropriation of victimhood. If you're like me and you enjoy this kind of deep dive into the behind-the-scenes income of content creators, please like, subscribe, share, and let me know in the comments some suggestions for other content creators' income that you'd be curious about. If there's enough interest, maybe I'll try to turn this into a series. Until the next one, remember our family rules. Take care of yourself, take care of each other, and take care of our community. I love you.
Okay, wow. That makes more sense to me now, putting it out there. Thank you guys for letting me know. I mean, unbelievable. So yeah, the kingdom. They are going to protect the kingdom and put their kingdom above all else, even victims, as we can see at this point, which is really sad. It's about the money. You know, it can be about the money and about the victims. It doesn't have to be one or the other, right? You can be ethical and still make money on YouTube, well-deserved money for your work. But the way that they've been doing it and the exploitation and the ethics, it's just thumbs down, sorry, and the backstabbing and being cruel to other creators and deciding that Christina's a stalker when she's not. So that totally makes sense to me. All right, my dogs are hungry. Thank you guys, everybody that was here, that stayed for the whole thing. I appreciate you all. It's longer than I thought. My lives have been long lately. Usually I try to limit them to an hour, but thank you so much for being here. And we are keep following these cases for sure. Next Saturday, I have my ex-husband's funeral, so I will not be doing a live Saturday. Or Friday, because my son's flying in. But maybe sometime this week, okay? I'll let you know if I can move them around before Saturday. All right, you guys, if anything happens, please comment, let me know. And if you're in Discord, please let me know if anything happens like new, with these cases, arrests or bodies or whatever, okay? If you see it before me. All right, well, I will let you go. I'm going to play Exit, the Lauren version of my new song, and then I'm going to work on the one about Victoria and Becky, because that has to be done. It's urgent. All right, guys, I'll see you guys. Bye.